This is the eHealth Radio Network, your source for health advice on demand. And now your host, Eric Michaels.
Thanks for joining us once again here on the eHealth Radio Network. This is your host, Eric Michaels. Today on the program, we're visiting with Chef Tomasso Iorio, who is an Italian-born chef in Los Angeles, California, who owns a catering company called Tuscany at Home with his wife, Deanna, and is also a consultant for the Italian charcuterie line of Rovagnati. And Mr. Iorio, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you for having us here at Health Radio. Grazie mille, and good afternoon, good morning.
Yes, a good afternoon and a good morning to you, wherever folks are tuning in. We thank you for doing just that. Now, looking forward to this interview. I'm a very, very big fan of Italian cuisine, so you're in the right place, in my best opinion. Now, tell us about your background and how you came to be a chef, and about your catering company and the work with Rovagnati Charcuterie meats. Let's kick it off with that.
For sure. I'm, as you can tell from my Italian accent, I'm kind of new to the US. I moved here 4 years ago with my wife Diana. She's from LA, and I'm from a tiny village in the heart of Tuscany between Flore and Siena. This tiny village of 900 people is called Panzano in Chianti, where I grew up, and I used to work for 10 years for the world famous butcher and chef Dario Cecchini, really famous chef in my village, and I used to work with him. One day I met my wife, and we fall in love, and we moved together to LA. And this is when we opened, during the pandemic actually, when restaurants were slow and closed, and the restriction when lifted, we opened our company. That more than catering, we are also personal chef, and we cater for party and family that want to taste authentic Italian and Tuscan food especially. We go there, we bring our grill, we do beautiful charcuteries in this case, and always we use our beautiful Rovagnati charcuterie. And why? Because I know them since I was in Italy. It's an authentic and super amazing company that we use in Italy. And once I knew that they were in US, I say, oh my God, I should use them. And we're going to talk more about that. But this is what we do. We cater to our clients here in LA, Beverly Hills, Pacific Palisades, that they want to dream about Tuscan food and maybe close their eyes, taste some Rovagnati products, listen to my accent, and dream and travel to Italy, you know?
Everyone has a story. You've certainly got one. How exciting. And we're certainly glad to have you in the USA, by the way, with your cuisine on top of that. Now, tell us about the Paolo Rovagnati Charcuterie line, including the No-Nitrites Ever Salami line, and why the meats are a good choice for good protein. Get into some details there.
Yes, for sure, Eric. You should know that Rovagnati is one of the first company of charcuterie in Italy, no? And as Italians, we always cook as if we are our grandmother, and we want to make sure that our family get healthy as possible food and rich of nutrients. So when they're making the ingredients, they always think in a way that better is the quality of the ingredients that they use, better is the health, and better is the taste. For example, the Paolo Rovagnati line that is made in Italy, is licensed in US, is delicious. When you open the beautiful packaging that they make, Paolo Rovagnati is the name of the founder that after the Second World War opened the company in Italy. And there is this beautiful packaging. We can find it all over the US soon. And it's easy. You open, you make a beautiful charcuterie with that. But also, special for health, Eric, there is a new line that they are the only one in the industry to have this kind of patent and secret ingredients. They make a line that is no nitrates ever. No nitrates ever, meaning that they were never added nitrates to the ingredients. So, you know, the nitrates can be an health for us if we consume too many of them, especially in the cold cuts, in the charcuterie. And Rovagnati find a way to make delicious charcuterie that they don't have ever any additional kind of nitrates, and you can eat them, you feel good, and they even taste amazing.
Well, I bet they do taste amazing, not only when it's healthy and good. That's a perfect combination, no doubt. Tell me, what Rovagnati products do you use, and tell us about the recipes and usages. Talk to us about that.
Yes, for sure. So, you know, usually charcuteries when you think about amazing prosciutto, Rovagnati have many different products. Like the most famous product they use is our prosciutto cotto. Okay, in America we will call him ham, but in Italy it's like the Mona Lisa of the ham. We call it prosciutto cotto. That means cooked ham. Okay, and it's delicious, super healthy. They roasted, and there is a beautiful stamp on the back, and you can bind it in the Rovagnati line. Is delicious, but also I love a lot the mortadella. Everybody know the mortadella that they produce in the area of Bologna is delicious. They do an amazing spicy salami. I love also the spicy salami with nitrates free because it tastes amazing, and you can tell that it's natural, like our grandmother used to make in Italy with no any additional, no any nitrates. It's super delicious. And if I think about recipe, Eric, for sure, usually people think about charcuterie, you know, and it's the first way. Never touch or like alterate too much the charcuterie. You don't want to work. It's an ingredient that simple. You keep it simple. It's gonna taste. So of course charcuterie. For example, a couple of days ago with my friends of Rovagnati, we did a beautiful recipe. They love it. It's a simple pasta, tomato sauce pasta, no? Like my grandmother will do. What you have to do, you grab a delicious spicy salami, Rovagnati, okay? What you do, you slice it a little bit thicker, you grill a little bit on a pan on the grill, and it's delicious. You make all the oil came out. Then when it's nice and crispy, you put the slice on the side. Use that oil to make a nice tomato sauce. Maybe if you want, you can add some shallots, but I will keep it simple, no? Just the oil of the salami. You put some tomato sauce, some basil, extra virgin olive oil, slowly cook for 15 minutes, maybe even 20, slowly, gently. If you want, you can add some chili flakes. Then you add your pasta that you already boiled on the side. You put the tomato sauce together. You get the crispy salami that you tossed before. You cut in cubes. You put on top of the pasta. You add a burrata. If you want some Parmigiano, and it's delicious. Mamma mia, Eric, you should try.
Oh my goodness, you're getting me hungry already. That can't be going on. I really do appreciate your visit with us today. We're speaking with Chef Tomasso Iorio, who is an Italian-born chef in Los Angeles who owns a catering company called Tuscany at Home with his wife Deanna, and is also a consultant for the Italian charcuterie line of Rovagnati here on eHealth Radio's Health and Nutrition channels, a part of the eHealth Radio Network. Now, why do you think authentic Italian meats like Rovagnati meats are so appealing to Americans for health, flavor, and all of that?
It's a good question. So, as my clients call me, as I'm an authentic Italian chef, no? So I like to always bring them an authentic experience, no? So I think that the use of something that is authentic, sorry if I repeat it, but it's a nice word, like Rovagnati, that arrived from Italy and is made with only high quality ingredients, and is really focused on quality. They are super, super careful of the quality of the product and also the quality of the ingredients. So a quality of the ingredients and simple ingredients, no more than 5, no more than 3, bring also a delicious taste, but better health. For example, for the case of the nitrates free, I think for our clients, and I can see that recently when I do charcuterie, they always like a selection that they don't feel too guilty by eating cold cuts or charcuteries, because, you know, if you eat too many of them, can be no healthy. But in this case, no nitrates ever. That is amazing things that Rovagnati came out with. Gonna be a great success here for the America, because you can eat a nice charcuterie with some veggies, crudité on the side, and the delicious nitrates-free ever Rovagnati mortadella, Rovagnati salame, Rovagnati finocchiona, Rovagnati even prosciutto cotto soon, with no nitrates ever, and you feel happy and healthy, you know?
When it comes to dining, there's nothing better than happy and healthy for sure, and you're certainly covering the bases on that. I'm sure listeners want to know where they can find out more and learn more about Rovagnati and your company, Tuscany at Home. Where's the best place online to do so?
Of course, nice. Rovagnati is super simple. You can go on online and just search for rovagnati.us, and it's a beautiful website with recipes, and you can see where our products are sell, and it's delicious. Even on Instagram, Rovagnati US, and for my company on Instagram as well, or my website, Tuscany at Home. And they can find many recipe and many other info about Rovagnati Charcuterie, beautiful photo, and just write us, and we are happy to answer and help everyone.
And that's definitely a bonus to be able to be in direct contact with you. Very, very grateful for that. Now, as we conclude officially, any closing thoughts, a takeaway, a tip, or anything else you'd like to make mention of as we conclude today?
Yes, thank you, Eric. Thank you for having me again. And if I want to give a suggestion for our friends that are listening, start to look for Rovagnati. That is delicious. And you're going to see that, for example, the new line of Paolo Rovagnati is also a nice discovery for every night, or if you have a dinner, you have a friends or a date at home, because the beautiful packaging that Rovagnati make in the back have a beautiful pairing with a wine and a recipe. So it can be kind of a game. Today I'm going to use these delicious spicy salami. Okay, is pairing with this wine. Amazing. Is good with this recipe. And it's kind of fun. And also, I want to say, learning, at the same time, eating and learning, and also being helped by the No-Nitrites line. So I hope our friends going to enjoy. Buon appetito, and grazie, Eric.
And thank you so much, Mr. Iorio. Again, folks, for more details, visit rovagnati.us. Of course, we'll have that link within the show notes of this broadcast. Mr. Iorio, all the best, and thank you so much for joining us here today on eHealth Radio. Certainly was a pleasure.
Grazie mille, Eric. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for having me with my funny Italian accent. And ciao, ciao.
It certainly was our pleasure, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime with that great Italian accent. We've been speaking with Chef Tomasso Iorio, who is an Italian-born chef in Los Angeles, California, who owns a catering company called Tuscany at Home, with his wife Deanna, and is also a consultant for the Italian charcuterie line of Rovagnati. And once again, for all the details, visit rovagnati.us. And again, this has been your host, Eric Michaels, and we do thank you for your continued support of the eHealth Radio Network. Join us again soon for another episode that will help further expand your knowledge on those things that are important to your health and wellness. For more eHealth Radio reports, we invite you to visit our main radio channel site at eHealthRadioNetwork.com. And as always, we do thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in to the eHealth Radio Network. For more information or to subscribe to this podcast, visit eHealthRadioNetwork.com.